Hello guys, it's Pngguylol. Today we're doing a how to draw video, but it also applies to a commission that I'm doing. Am I getting paid? Nope. Do I care? Nope. I want to teach you how to draw Giggler. This is Giggler right here. Yes, this little guy. This is what we're working with. So we're gonna draw that. I'm gonna teach you how to do the the weird crazy stuff I do. Uh, let's see. What was it? Let's see. What's a good example? This drawing. So this drawing right here. That's not nifty. Um, so you're probably wondering, whoa, how do I do this funny little thingy kebab? We're just like little pixels you can see on there. How do I do the funny outlines and how did I get the hearts to look like that? And same with the outline. I'm gonna teach you how to do this. So, since we're drawing this little fella, we gotta we'll draw this little dude. So what I do first is most of the times where I make a layer, I either do 500 by 500 or 1,000 by 1,000 because that's usually my favorite sizes. I gotta word that way better. As I sometimes I don't usually draw horizontally on the pixels of the arts. Usually I do the squares, just normal squares, no rectangles. You can tell I rarely do that here. Like look, rectangle, rectangle, square, square. So yeah, we're doing square because b squared or something. I don't remember the saying. So we're gonna make a new palette. You go to here and make a new palette because why the hell would I want to use the MS Paint colors? These weird skin tones that I've used before and they don't look as good. Um, I'm not racist or anything, but then we got all these little colors here. Um, then we got all these boring ones that look even uglier. Cause yeah, so we're gonna make our own. So according to my calculations with Giggler, there is one, two, and three colors. There are three colors, but we're gonna go fancy and shape the hell out of this drawing because why not? So whenever I draw, I I always draw in the center because if I learned one thing from photography class besides taking terrible pictures and I still don't learn anything, is that we have to draw in the center. I sound insane when saying this, so we have to get this beautiful head of Giggler. So considering his character's a little different, we have to start a different way because whenever I draw my characters, I start from their head, and then in some other cases where it's different, like my character Boo right here, I start from his funny little furry mouth thingy. So so yeah, we have to do it differently. And I learned a lot when I draw other people's characters. Like when I drew my Pookie Bear Doodle, I was like, whoa, we did this for her. And yeah, it turned out beautiful. Just ignore Mittens. He looks a little weird because the proportions. That's the number one thing. And since you were like, oh, but if you were gonna draw a Giggler, you can do this, and just be like, ooh, that's Giggler. Look at this. It's him. It'd be like, what the hell is that? It looks like the letter I with a face. No, that's not Giggler. Giggler is more beautiful right here. So we want to capture the aesthetics, being a fun little scribble here, as he's told me right here. This is my here. This is reference sheet for my character. Wow, I said okie dokie with the most corniest emojis right there. He's a little bizarre and bonkers. See, the word bonkers and bizarre adds more to the drawing, so we gotta make sure it's bizarre and bonkers. So yeah, we do not draw straight circles. Look at that. That's a little too straight. What the hell is this? Even though circles don't have any sides and they're just nothing. Think about it. They're just one little line. But no, there. You have to get something weird like that. Let's try again. Oh hell no, that's too perfect. Nope. So whenever you draw, you're always going to say, you're like, oh, son of a bitch, I cannot draw for shit. So we gotta do it really fast. That is a little too fast. Uh, uh, ooh. See, perfect. Something like this. But you're like, wait a minute, PNG guy. What the hell is this? What is that? So, boys and girls, I don't care. We're leaving it like that. Even though I got it the first few tries, but I was like, not perfect enough. It doesn't scream bonkers and bizarre. And according to here, it's the same thing, but it's a little bit more closed. So we'll close this up. Boom. It's Giggler accurate, but if we want to make him bonkers and stuff, I'm gonna make one bigger. It's like, ooh. Okay, that's a little too crazy. Right, yes, perfect. Where the lines don't close perfectly. Then with the eyeballs, we could do this, but no. What the hell was that? Like if you study it, look, the eyes are different shapes, cause he's a silly little guy. So we'll just scribble in some eyeballs, so they can be different and unique. You know, see right there. Yes, perfect. We're capturing Giggler right now. This is really beautiful. So now you want the little mouth. We want it to curve like that because he's gonna smile. Look at that big smile. Because if we do this, somebody's sad. So we gotta make him happy. Yeah, that's a little too big. We gotta make it somewhat little big, where it looks like this. Then we have the little smiley right there, and yeah, you got the head, you got the face. Let's move it over a little bit so it can be in the center, because that's the main focus. Because screw everything else in the background. So we're gonna draw the hat, his little hat, because that is the pizza tower thing, right? So we'll give him a big goofy ass hat. Perfect. And right there, kids, you got Giggler. But since we have to make this special for Giggler, we gotta make some little details. You know, look at that little fucking hat right here. Now it just looks like we're using brown. But trust the process. It'll look good once I shade it, and it'll be like, whoa, look at that little dapper fella or whatever. So he's in this T-posing pose, but we gotta put him in a cooler pose for the ladies. So let's give him a little body like this. Perfect. Since he has this little thing, so we got add the little sleeves. He got a cool shirt on. Then we add his little legs. Yep, add the legs. Add a little curve. Add another foot. Boom. You got his legs. Beautiful. Now, put him in the little pose. And since we want to be a silly little guy, we'll have him wave. Yes, give him doing a little wave. Beautiful. You're probably like, why does one hand have 4 but the other one has 5? Shut up. So, yeah, here's our Giggler right here. But we now we add the colors. So since I'm too lazy to go to here and be like, oh yeah, let's get black, but no, fucking already did it. What I do is I just pick the transparent and it just comes out black. Wow, that ruined the moment. Now let's color in our Giggler and get the white, because we might need that just in case if we mess up something. Now we get the little sleeves, get the little pants. Boom. Now we need his skin color. It's a little darker here, so that's all right. We got this stuff to work with. There we go. And boom. gonna. No, wait, no. This one looks a little more brighter. We want it to be in the middle. I think that's why it's a little better. I just picked the skin tone to myself. But this is on the right track. This is on the right track somewhere. Okay. It's a little more like right there ish. Let's see. I think so. Does that look right? Oh no, it's a little brighter. Um, there we go. There you go. That's Giggler right there. If I knew Giggler, that's him right there. So yeah. Now you're like, what do we do next? We gotta shade this beautiful boy. But yeah, we gotta add the shading. There's really fun ways to shade. Most people just use the dark setting right here. And yes, we're gonna do that, but I won't stick with the colors it gives us. I don't like them. Because it just makes the drawing look hella bland. We don't like that. Nah. No, 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 kiddos. Do not make your drawings bland like most foods. Which is funny because he looks like a little chef right here. A little guy. So we have to add more shading. So, but here's one thing you gotta learn, kids. So you shade, and then oh no, it got dark right there. Don't worry, that's why God invented the little eye drop thing. So we can do that. That's really whoa. We got an idea how we want it to look. Then we just bring it down. Gotta connect it right here. So it indicates that his little chef hat has this funny little lump on top. Like add a little more details and stuff like that. Now let's make sure it closes up with the pixels there. And then let's go back to this curve. That so it looks like he got big silly eyeballs. He looks a little weird right now, but don't worry, he gets way better. So yeah, we add this. Then add little shadings right here to make it look like his sleeves are covering his little arms. And then add some shading to the hand right here, because that looks cool. So yeah, here's our Giggler. Now we fill in the colors. You're like, well, wait a minute, didn't you say? Oh no, we fucked it up. There we go. Oh wait, that didn't look right. There we go. Now we do this and that. Oh, we missed a few pixels right here, kids. Don't miss your pixels ever. And then now we add this and that and that and that. For some reason it looks a little tired here. But yeah, I should probably fix that. Okay, let's make it less weird. We don't want to make him look sleepy and that he didn't get no sleep. Because I'm sure the real Giggler gets actual sleep, unlike me. So, yeah, we do that. Now we fix it up a little bit. We do a little surgery right here. It's like, you want shading there, but you want to make sure it doesn't look too much. No, not too much. You want to make sure. Trim it down a little bit. Do a little haircut. And boom, we got our Giggler. But as an artist, I do not like shading gray. I mean, I don't like shading white like that. What the hell is that? So I like to use a fun purple. A fun little purple. To like mix it with the gray a little bit. You want to be in the middle. See where you can still see a little bit of purple and a little bit of gray. Boom! Right there. That's a spicy. Okay, now it's a little darker. But don't worry, since this is the lighter part, we will make it a little bit brighter. Brighter, like the Hazbin Hotel song. It's like you're gonna be brighter than the heavens and the skies above. Stuff like that. And then, get the little hat right there. And since his eyes are gonna be a little bit bigger, we'll make it slightly darker. Slightly dark. Okay, now it just looks a little silly. maybe just leave it like that, you know. Yeah, there's Giggler. Unless we just make that matchup. Because the lighting would be a little confusing now, but yeah, look, we're cooking a little bit. Since the shading of the skin color a little dark, that's alright. It looks okay with the sleeves a little bit, I guess. Or I don't know, it's on the right track. But we don't want to make it too dark. We want to be in the middle. Hell, that's in purple. Um, there we go. So we'll do this. You know, turn it down a little bit. Because when I shade the colors, I go to the one next to it. Like for example, I don't know, save that just in case. Like if I'm shading green, you know, I wouldn't just go boom. We're shading it with this dark green right here. No, we actually go to the teal color to make it pop out a little bit. Whoa. So yeah, that's a helpful little tip right there. Now there's that ugly green that no one invited. There you go. There's a little Giggler. Yay, Giggler. Now, since this is special for Giggler, we need to add a little more pizzazz to this little fella. So, let's give some more shading, because, yeah, we want this to be perfect. You know, I mean perfect. We want it to be perfect. So, shade the little arms, you know what I'm saying? We get more shading right there. Boom. I don't usually do this for my drawings, but we're doing it for Giggler. Because, yeah. And add a little more shading under the eyes. Like, get it a little bit closer. Yeah, that. Yeah, see? It's good, looks good. It's gonna hug the black outlines to make it not a little too thick, but we want it somewhat visible. Little bit visible right there. Yeah, man. Yeah, oh, right. We messed it up a little bit, but don't worry. If a wise Bob Ross has told me something, little mistakes, you can fix them. So yeah, we will fix these. It's like, yeah, we want to make it a little perfect, you know. Look, it's coming together a little bit well. I don't see it as much, but I don't know. Now we shade that. You're like, whoa, look, there's a little darker tone right there. Um, you know, just to spice it up a little bit, give it another layer of shading. Ooh, fancy. So keep going, keep going, keep going. Boom, we got that. You know, make it a little darker between the eyeballs, because these ones are touching a little bit, and it would be a little bit more shading there, indicate, whoa, it's a little darker right there. And same for the hat, you know, we want to make it look like this little outline, but we don't want a big ass oval on top of little chef hat, so make it less noticeable, but also have it somewhat noticeable. We'll make a little shading there, and put a little that there. Trust me, gang. We're cooking. We're cooking. You know. Hell yeah, that is looking good already. So we gotta add some more shading. Hell yeah. So yep, that it's coming along. It's coming along. But then you're like, wait a minute. Looks a little too blocky, like a little too solid. It doesn't look like they're blending in. What the hell is this? You're right. It's not blending in a little bit. That's why we have this little thing. It's like little dots. And you can make it look like they're blending in. It's like, what? So, yeah, watch this. You know, we'll like randomly do little things right here, you know, just to make it perfect. And you're like, whoa, look at that. Makes it pop out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So yes, we'll bring it down. Do a little bit of that. Because it's like, whoa, look at that shit. It's already popping. It's like, Mary Poppins opened this. Terrible jokes that rhyme. Okay, so, boom, look, it's coming together. It's coming together. Wow, look at that. He already looks 3D. It's like, this is not pixels anymore, boys. We're going to the 3D stuff. And just do the same for the lighter shading, just mix it in with the brighter stuff, and it can look magnificent. Shit, I don't know how to say certain words that should be easy to say. It's like, yeah, he's gonna look beautiful. Uh, Magnificent. There you go. I figured it out. Yeah, I'm a little stupid, but yeah. Look at that. We're getting somewhere. Whoa, whoa. This is crazy. He's already looking like a little guy. You know what? Maybe I missed a little shading right here. Because then you just got this random shadow right there. I'm gonna add to that. I'm gonna add. Okay. Okay, now we just messed it up there. Hold on. Leave that. I just gotta trim it a little bit, give it a little haircut. It's like, oh no, I messed up there. Now it just looks a little silly right here. It's a little too straight, Add in some little curves, Not in the way you're thinking. Okay, so let's look. It goes a little bit thin, then it just gets a little weird here. So we want to trim that down a little bit, so it can look really beautiful. Now let's pick the color. So now we can mix them together. It's better than using that shitty blend tool they already give you. So yeah, it just looks more natural that way, you know. Because pixel art is made with pixels, which is a little crazy because I never thought about that. So yeah, we'll do that. Boom! It's coming together. It's coming together. Now for the eyeballs, we will do the same thing. Cause why not? Now we gotta add more stuff right here, and then do that the shaded. Ooh, it's already looking good, guys. It's already looking good. Hell yeah, that's Giggler right there. Go a little more. Even things out. Okay. Add a few more things right here. Now let's do the skin color here, because we want it to also look good too. Match up with the other shading going on here. Where it kind of reminds me of the way they shaded Sonic the Hedgehog, where they made Sonic and Knuckles look a little 3D or something. I don't know. Boom. Yes, look at him right there. He's a little guy. Now we do the same for the rest of his body. Yay! So, yep, do with the arms here. Looking good, looking good. Bring out the other tone. So now it can mix. Mix. Wait, shit, that's the wrong setting. Setting is. Look at him. He's coming together. He's coming together. Trust. Trust the process. Trust. Even though I said that probably like 2,000 times, that's because I don't know what else to say. So, yeah, Giggler's gonna love this. And, yeah. I wasn't planning on drawing today, but when I saw Doodle draw him, I was like, now I gotta do it. Cause why not? We can do this for Giggler. Make him happy. Yay. And this totally isn't an advertisement for the Discord. What? Is it Discord? Whoa. Is that the place with all the weird, fat guys who are like moderators? I guess so. But, yeah, no, Discord, the Discord I'm advertising is for just for funsies, just random people having fun. It's not my Discord server. It's Mr. Spire's Discord server. My bestie. I didn't even know he made a Discord server until one day he messaged me and said, "Want to join my Discord server?" And I said, "Hell yeah!" And when I joined, I saw some names I noticed. When I noticed Dottie, I remember Dottie. She drew me and Lucas before. I was like, "Whoa!" And then, yeah, I was like, "Oh yeah, that's me, the guy with the weird Sonic stick, the little stick figure thingy, with the Gooner Sonic character or whatever the hell it was. I don't remember. 2021 was 2022. Whenever I joined Pixel Art, it was a blurry memory, mainly because I don't want to remember my cringe artwork. Every artist remembers their cringe artwork, and it haunts them in their nightmares. Cause it sure has for me. uh, So yeah, the Discord's pretty fun. We do a lot of fun things. Sometimes we get into VC and just start doing random stuff together. It's like, yeah, we're doing this. We're playing video games. We recently played You versus Homer. I haven't played Roblox in like a bajillion years because Roblox is a little weird nowadays. But who cares? I joined with the boys. I don't like, it doesn't affect me much because I'm like, oh well, I'm on Discord. I can chat with them. Imagine having to put in your information in to a fucking um, video game or some source to verify something. Yeah, that's not the best idea. Don't do that. So yeah, it didn't affect me much. And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm chatting with the boys on Discord, and nor do I talk to people in the chat because I'm scared of people. So yeah, it was really fun. We also played Gartic Phone a few times, and we drew a lot of goofy things like Peppina in a bikini. Ooh, very spicy. You know what I'm saying? And then we also drew like something funny. I remember one of the things I said was "baby no monies" with the Hane Miku. Yeah, I'm really brain rotted, guys. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. Just bring out the shading for Giggler here, and yeah, the Discord's really nice. We got a lot of nice people. We're all a little weird, but don't be surprised. Everybody weird. So yeah, it'll be fun. The Discord server is in the links in the descriptions, and if if you just forget that I had that in the video, it's in my bio. Yeah, I sound like those weird Twitter bots that are like, my spicy pics in bio, or something like that. So yeah, it's like it's like this in this situation. It's in the bio. And remember, guys, you gotta be nice to others in a server because you're just kind of like being in a public place, but digitally, ooh, because you don't want to be mean to others and just say the wrong stuff. As yeah, it was pretty fun. Most of the times, you can hear stuff about Plants vs Zombies, but who doesn't mind Plants vs Zombies? Peak game, anyways. So yeah, it's a really unique server. There's everything for everyone. And also, there's a lot of fun stuff that happened there, like what I just said earlier with Gartic Phone. Dude, I've been sending a bunch of memes to them. Yeah, they love seeing just a bunch of terrible memes that I found offline. I'm like, yo, look at this funny meme. They're like, oh, it's so funny. So that's nice to know. Not a few other faces I recognize because I was in a random Discord server with Lucas before, but yeah, I don't remember much, but I just remember seeing Yiplo and Crafty, and I think I saw JD. I'm not sure. These are the fun people in the server. So yeah, we had fun there. So it was kind of fun to be back and be, back online, because around the time I was struggling. Why am I wording it like that? Because yeah, I had a lot of problems around the time, and being in it made me less sad. So that's good to know that happened. And another thing I want to mention about the server is there is a serious chat, so I would recommend not to say like inappropriate things, because one, that's the serious chat. You don't want to say the wrong things, because that's the one place you want, the one channel that you have to like follow the rules and stuff. Cause you don't want to be a dick. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be there for each other. Yeah. So join the Discord. So yeah, that's enough yapping about the Discord, and that's probably like 99% of the video. So so yeah, here's our Giggler. He looks a little silly right now, but that's the fun part with a lot of drawings. They're always supposed to look silly. So now what do we add? Well, boys and girls, let me show you a little trick I do. So let's make another layer just to test it out, because I want to make sure I get the right outlines where we're going to give it an outline. So what you want to do, boys and girls, go to your filters. This is where you can do all the fun stuff, where you can make it like you can change the hue of it. Yeah, look, you can make him green. Now he looks like a little frog, or you can make him blue, or you can make him uh, red or something. Oh wait, why the hue actually look better here? What the hell? Barely changes it. Huh. You know what? Maybe I'll change this to hue this time. Like, it made the thing pop out. Yeah, it says that 0. Did I change it? No. There you go. It kind of pops out a little bit more. But well, whatever. It looks good now, I guess. So I don't usually use the hue color, not most situations. But yeah, you can make him look bright. Oh my god, he looks a little scary there. Let's undo that. You can also do grayscale, and that just looks a little sad. You can blur it. Like, whoa, what was I drawing there? So yeah, that's a little tool I use to get like glowing effects. But another fun effect I use is like, how do I do a fun outline? Do I just go in and just draw an outline? No, we use the tool pixel art gives us. So sometimes I just do black, but in some more fun cases I do white to make it look like a sticker. So yeah, you're not gonna see the white a little bit, but look, there's the white sticking out, just to help it pop out. Give it a black outline, and look, he looks like a little sticker right here. And I also do make other layers just in case if I mess up the other one, but if I'm confident enough, I will do that. So yeah, we can just merge the layers and boom, it's Giggler right there. And you're like, wait a minute, what do we add now? Well, just a little fun way so people don't steal my artwork. I use the bucket tool, and with the bucket tool, you can pick a pattern. So go here. Actually, you know what what I do is I fill out the. Oh, wait, there's nothing on that layer. Duplicate that again. fill the layer. You're like, okay, what are you doing now? And then I go to the bucket tool, pick a pattern, and then I pick this one, and yeah, there's a lot of random stuff here, but that's not important yet. But I picked the pattern, and it's this little rainbow thing, which what I did to get that was like find one of those, posts where it's like add a pixel. What I did, I went into one of those, copied one of those random spots, and then used that as a stamp, and I would fill out the drawing, and it's gonna just be covered in a bunch of squares like this. And then I turned down the opacity right there. It was like, whoa, look at that! What the fuck? It looks beautiful right here. He has like little colors, which in most cases it looks a little weird, but that's why we use the grayscale sometimes. There we go. Got that little fella. So yeah, that's how I do that. And now he looks like this. And let's see. Trying to figure something out here. Since sometimes I don't really do much because the outlines also have it, and it just looks a little weird. But we're gonna try something different. Let's see, what can I do here? The way I shaded, I was like, wait a minute, now I got to go in individually and do that. Let's see, what should I do? Okay, I guess that clears it. So yeah, that's gonna be a little annoying, but oh well. We're doing this for Giggler. Now he looks a little weird here. Maybe I might not keep that. Hold on, let me try a more easier way. Okay, so we got this version of him. Then what if I just fill it out like that, and then outline it white? Actually, no, I won't be able to see the white. Let's use this ugly green color I accidentally saved. Let's see. Hold on, I might be messing it up. Okay, so now we have this thing. Hold on, we actually might need to keep change to black like that. Good, this outline. I hope this does something. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to fix it. Okay, now it just looks a little weird. Oh, never mind. Let's not do that. Cause yeah, I think the only reason why I couldn't do it is because I'm making this too complicated, and he's perfect just the way he is. Yay! So let's yeah, let's add some other parts here. So we're gonna keep it like that, so I don't like merge it. And if I notice a mistake, and I'm like, oh wait, I'm gonna go change that. So yeah, make a new layer, and we're gonna doodle little Giggler. So we have a little Giggler in the background, and according to my calculations here, we follow Giggler. Go to his account and go here. It looks like he doesn't really have a favorite color. So the color that I see the most is like yellow for some odd reason. I don't know, maybe because I saw this and I was like, maybe that worked. Or I can do what his profile picture looks like, where it's just blue. Maybe I'll go with that. I don't know, I just feel like yellow. I've seen him use a lot of yellows before, so we'll do like a fun yellow. So now, wait, what the hell did I just do? Okay, so let's fill out this, oh wait, no, that's on the clear pixel. Now, we make the background. You know, I don't like just basic yellow. It doesn't pop out, so we're gonna add a little orange, blender thing here. This is a gradient tool, and whoa, Look at that shit right there. Beautiful. Now we want to add a darker layer just to, you know, spice it up. But I wouldn't just do brown. It was just a little weird. So that's why we go to a like an orangey red. Let me fix it. We gotta do it all the way up here so it doesn't, you know, become a huge mess. Whoa. Yeah, like that. So now we raise this up a little bit, and boom, we got this like pixelated gradient right here. But just to spice things up, wait, just to spice things up, we'll put the. We won't use this where it makes it a square. We'll use the. We'll just unclick that and it'll become like this little glowy thing. It looks really nice. Hold on. Right, okay. I was like, wait a minute, do I want to fix that? It looks alright. So, yeah, we got this little background. See, look. Looks kind of good, but you're like, wait a minute. Giggler doesn't match with it. You're right, because I just noticed that. Hold on, boys. Let me cook a little bit. Yeah, we'll just add a yellow hue to him. You know, just... Wait, hold on. Should I... I'm trying to figure out a trick here so I can keep the outlines. I guess that does something. Makes it like that. Oh wait, no, that just covers the outlines. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what? Just not to complicate it. Just, I don't know, make it fully yellow. And yeah, then just match like that. Kind of looks like the yellow filter they use for those weird AI pictures. Let's make it pop out a little bit. Just put this. I guess so. Yeah. Okay. I think that looks better. We'll do this. Maybe blur it a little bit. No. Yeah, I think that works. So now we got a little giggler, and after doing all that weird, complicated stuff, there in the background, it bothers me. I feel like there should be a little pattern. Pattern. Let's make a little pattern. So, usually I would just do like a little square, but nope, we're doing giggler. We're doing a little gigglers. Make little eyeballs. Let's see. Sometimes I gotta switch to my mouse because my drawing tablet apparently can't draw circles, like little dots for some odd reason. See, look, it's like a little giggler. I have little gigglers. So now we'll take the select tool, make it a stamp, and we'll make this Giggler1. Because apparently there's a lot of other Gigglers out there, maybe. So now, with our patterns, we saved the little thing. Look, there's our little Giggler we just did. Make it a pattern. Now let's go down here. And boom, there's a bunch of fucking Gigglers. Look at that. Beautiful. It's like a little gradient. Now, we got little Gigglers. And, you know what? We're going to double the Gigglers and give it to the next person. We're going to turn on the opacity. Put this little dude down there. And look, there's like little Gigglers. Whoa. Oh, there's only half of that one, but... Yeah. that was a little silly. Okay, so let's get another one so it doesn't look like we got cut off. Change this to 26 just to match. Yep, 26%. Now we got ourselves another Giggler. Put them right there so we can see the one in the middle. Duplicate it and put another Giggler. Whoa, that's a lot of Gigglers. Turn those down a little bit so you can sort of see them. They're just peeking. They're like, I see Now, for the part where no one can steal my watermark or my beautiful drawing of Giggler, we'll put the watermark right there. You know, what if he wants? I don't know. Put it there. I feel like he would probably want to use this as like his profile picture, so we'll put it down there. Put my little water. Usually put it in like a detailed spot. So yes, we'll just put it right there on his stomach, I guess. And now, there's a little fun fact with my drawings. I always change my watermark in the drawings. For example, in this doodle drawing, you can see my watermark doesn't have the pink, red, and green stuff. No, it's a little pattern to match up with doodles. So we're going to do this for Giggler 2. So we get this little square right here. This is one that I use for a different drawing, and we're going to change it to oh wait, the little pattern is still on, to little yellows. We'll make this part orange. Okay, now those colors do not match. Yep, I think that works. So let's copy that, make it a stamp. I'll just put a random letter because it doesn't have to be that fancy. Now we go to the bucket tool, switch over so we can load, pick the pattern, change my watermark a bit, and boom, look at that. That's beautiful, and it doesn't make it look weird. It actually matches up. It connects with the other squares. Oh my god, this is perfect. You know, if Magma ever had not the political thing, the other drawing site, if it had these settings, I would be in love with it. But no, I'm seeing other people. I'm gonna go cheat on you with pixel art. Going back to my ex. So we'll turn on the capacity a little bit, make it look like that. Now, as you know, let's move my watermark to like the corner right here. There's a lot of room. Right there. And now, the fun part, we're gonna write Giggler's name. So, I always like using the newspaper font on here. For this, we're gonna write Giggler's name because Giggler's the goat. No, we're gonna make it bigger. So I let y'all know this is Giggler. That's a good side. Right there. What's I spell his name? Right. Yep. Not the one, because this is the best version of Giggler. The first. Not the second, not the third. The first Giggler. So, let's... I don't like my watermark right there for some odd reason. Just move it a little bit down. Make it less noticeable so no one can steal it. So, yeah. Because our main focus is Giggler, and that's more important. So, let's make the outline yellow. And yeah, the outline thing works with all of them. But now let's close up the little text. And boom, we got this nice little thing, which is the same thing I did here a little bit. So, now we got our black outline. Let's do white outline. Because why not? Then we got another black outline. Just to make it, like, pop really nice. Like, look at that. Wow. That's a big name tag. So, we'll put it there. Now, let's add the fun little pattern. Just to, you know, spice things up. Yeah, that's Giggler right there. Now, we will put that little glitchy pixels thingy Apparently it's called Noise, but oh, that's funny because there's um, the Pizza Tower character named that. So yeah, since we wanted to match up a little bit, boom, boom. There's our Giggler. So now you can't steal my. Oh wait, now my watermark doesn't look visible. There we. Yep, there you go. So now let's. Now it's missing an outline. Whoa. We're gonna give Giggler the new outlines I do, where it kind of looks like a scene core thing with the little patterns. So yeah, let's do that for Giggler. So we'll go to the corner here, make sure it perfectly snug right there. We're gonna make it a little thicker. Boom. Not too thick. Go to the patterns. Boom. Look at that. That pops out really nice. I love it. God damn. So yeah, now we'll do that. Move my watermark so it doesn't get caught up with the outline here. I mean, that's the name. Well, let me fix that a little bit. Where did I put my thingy? Yeah, move it there, just in case. And let's make it a little thicker, so it like looks crazy. And boom, that's how you draw Giggler, boys and girls. Wow, so beautiful. Now we gotta post it. So yeah, public. Giggler, wait no, Giggler1 with a little smiley face. And now we gotta tag him. Cause okay, so his tag is just Giggler1. Huh. Okay. So now we tag him. And now let's just copy what he said here. Because I am going to add a little reference to Giggler. And boom. We made our drawing for Giggler. You learned so much, guys. You learn how to draw Giggler. You learn how to do weird stuff I do. And yeah, now we're here. My Discord's going off the whole time while we're doing this. Yay, how fitting is that? So, yep, downloaded. Now let's go to our home page. Even though this is not part of the process, but yeah, look at him. He fits with all the other drawings. My goodness. Actually, it looks better because all of my non-public drawings appear. Even though they're not that interesting, but look at that. He fits in with the other ones. How nice. You got Weird Handsome Hotel. You got this depressing thing. You just got my boy Giggler. So, let's add them to my little commissions here. Yeah, I do commissions, and I wouldn't really say they're commissions. They're more like just fun little requests people give me. I do this for free. So yeah, let's share this to Giggler. I got some messages from him. So how are you? How's the time? How are you? Also, what time is it for you? Right now, it's time for you to see the doodle. Right now, it's time for you to see the doodle. Upload the file right there, and boom. It's time for you to see the doodle. And now let's go share it to the Discord so everyone else can go see this. Not sure why it says I was on the voice chat. Oh, right. We were playing on there. Yep. Now I've also drawn Giggler. And no one is going to stop me. Giggler! Now let's wait and see his live reaction. We gotta know what he thinks. Where I saw where Doodle posted this beautiful drawing, and it was like, "That's me." And I replied with, "I'll take matters in my own hands. Now I shall draw Giggler too." 3 hours later, you get this. because I was a little busy after I texted that. I was like, boom, we got Giggler. This is the best Valentine's Day ever. Let's go. And now we shall wait for his response. And I will record that when that happens.